ASAP, and a bunch of underscores. Faraz Sahabi said that Conor's lack of stamina has to do with his genetics. Do you agree? Yeah. I said this a long time ago. I think a lot of you guys remember because a lot of you guys asked me about it. Or why does Conor gas out so much? It's because of his fast twitch muscle fibers. He's just a very explosive fighter. It's similar to Anthony Johnson, for an example. Or anybody else, Francis Ngannou, right? They are very fast twitch, like extremely fast twitch. And Conor doesn't... Tyron Woodley's also fast twitch, but he knows how to conserve it. That's how you last 5 rounds, like the way Tyron Woodley does, where you don't over-explode on everything. Conor does that. He doesn't just explode with his fists and his punches and his kicks. He explodes with dodging. He explodes with footwork. Like, they're all fast twitch, everything he does. Look how fast he has to slip on punches. Like, look how fast he gets out and then in. He's exploding. That's not a smooth transition. That's a very quick transition between his slipping and then his punching and all that stuff. Same thing with the Floyd Mayweather fight. Look how many times he was switching stances. Look how fast he was doing it. Like he was in a hurry or something like that. It's all fast twitch. That's why he gasses out. And same with everybody, like Usain Bolt. I've talked about this a lot. Maybe you guys remember this example I pointed out. But Usain Bolt, he will never beat a marathon runner at a marathon. Why is that? Genetics. He is one of the most fast twitch guys on the planet. He will beat anybody from 100 meters to 200 meters, maybe even 400 meters, but he'll never beat the best guys at a mile or 2 miles or a marathon or whatever it is. Because those guys are slow twitch. Conor will never catch up to Nate Diaz's cardio because Nate Diaz's genetics are more directed to slow twitch, which helps his cardio, but it doesn't help his power. There are guys that have both, like RDA, but RDA is not the most powerful, yet he's not the best at cardio. But he has a good balance of both. And he can make them work together because he knows how to conserve his energy with his good conditioning and his good power. Conor has insane power, not the greatest conditioning. Nate Diaz has insane cardio, not the greatest power. It balances itself out, right? So imagine if the entire conservation is like a meter of 100, right? You have 100 to conserve, but they're separated between cardio and power. So fast twitch and slow twitch. Conor's will probably have an 80 or a 70 something, 75 to 80 in power and fast twitch or whatever you say. But he has like a 20 or 25 in the slow twitch or the cardio. Flip that on its head and that's Nate Diaz, right? RDA is like 50-50. He has the best of both worlds, but he's not the most powerful. He's not Conor. He's not Justin Gaethje, you know. Look at Justin Gaethje. He is very good for, 1 round, 2 rounds, maybe 3 if he pushes it, if he knows how to conserve his energy a lot better. But if he's putting out the same output as a guy like Nate Diaz, he's not going to last. That's why Nate Diaz can throw 400 plus punches in a 3-round fight and look fresh. Where if Conor tried to throw the same 400 punches in a 3-round fight, he would gas out. The only person that doesn't make sense to this is Jessica Andrade. That's why I always say she doesn't make sense to me. Because of what I know, she is both fast twitch and slow twitch, but she's like the extreme of both. People point to PEDs. I'm not saying she's on PEDs. When you include PEDs, everything changes. That all changes, right? Because you can be a superhuman if you know how to use it. I'm not saying she is. Let's say she's not. She doesn't make sense because she has cardio better than anybody's. She has cardio on par with Joanna's, probably even better. But she has the most power in the division as well. She's the most fast twitch. So only her, she doesn't make sense. Everybody else makes sense to me. Like Romero. Romero makes sense to me. He conserves his energy. Right? Look at him against Luke Rockhold and Robert Whittaker in the second fight. His output was nowhere near as crazy as it was in the other ones. Maybe his total punch count output, but not his power punches. Like look how much he was committing before. And he was gassing out. He was throwing heavy everything all the time. In the Rockhold fight, he was deflecting shots, just very calm, moving forward slightly, just smooth footwork, nothing too crazy. And whenever he found his openings, blitz. But as soon as his blitz is done, he's back to his calm self for like another minute, right? That's him resting. Rockhold, if you guys watched my breakdown on that, you guys saw and how I pointed it out, Rockhold allowed Romero to rest a lot in the fight, which is why he never gassed out. You have to push him. Whittaker pushed him. That's why he gassed out in the first one. In the second one, Whittaker didn't push him as much, but he was still pushing him. The reason why Romero was a lot more fresh in that one is because he didn't throw out as much output as he did in the first one. He didn't explode as much as he did in the first one. Remember how much he was trying to get those takedowns on Whittaker and they weren't working? That was a lot of explosion. He went through none of that in the second fight. I forgot which podcast that was. I actually explained like 2 or 3 different podcasts, but the first time I explained that was a while ago. It might have been one of my first podcasts. So in all, yes, I agree with Faraz.